So it's June 15th, 2021, 21, Tuesday, and this is really getting hard. I don't know what to say anymore, really. I just say the same stuff over and over. Oh, God. So it's going on to... I'm gonna go see a movie, a therapy, to get me out of my head. That rabbit movie. I forgot what it's called. Sometimes I just fall asleep. There. Sometimes. It's therapy. However you look at it, it gets me out of my head. Or it helps. Please. Monday, 21st, 2021. It's hard to talk after the choking spasm. Took me a while to get the phone on. And it's going on the whole time, like it always does. And afterwards, my esophagus is so stressed and strained, I can't talk. Of course, it didn't stop the hiccups, but it slows them down. They get really aggressive, and choking spasms are, I believe now, as much torture and hell that they're to go through. They're to help calm the hiccups down so that they can maybe stop. And in my 17th hour, but this episode started at 9 o'clock last night, and it's now 1:20 p.m. Friday, May 21st, 2021. I'm about ready to go into my therapy session to escape my brain. It's a movie. It's my therapy. Cheapest, best therapist you can get. Because really it's just about escaping your thoughts, your mind for a while. I like the people that try to bring you down when you're doing things that are making yourself look better than you feel. You know, I have always worked out in the gym, and I even worked under this condition. And the problem is that after so little time, it starts the movement start to affect the hiccups, or will start the hiccups, and then it starts a whole 12 to 24 episode, maybe, and then a few hours between, or if you're lucky. I mean, I've had an episode every day, except for one so far this month, and it's the 19th of July. So, and it's just starting to get aggressive now, because we just had to left the gym, actually. Left a few exercises we don't normally like to skip. But this was going in joints, spasms, and it's just really uncomfortable. And takes your attention away. And I don't want attention brought to me, so I even explain this to anybody is just so senseless. It's just like wasted energy for me. So if I could stay out of sight, that's or not, or make it like this isn't going on. I'm good at that. That's where my skills as an actor comes in, I guess. But you can do it for so long. It's like sometimes I don't have any control, so that's when we leave because we don't know what's coming. So that's the way it goes. It just doesn't like movement of any kind. Just sitting up in bed is a joke. I mean, it turned into a whole 30 minutes of erratic, aggressive hiccups until I learned to try to slow them down. I work really hard inside to navigate this because nobody's helping or guiding, and I have to figure it out on my own. So I go and live with it too. Some people have suggestions. Some are good, some are bad, but nothing stopped it. For me, it's really now about finding ways to slow down. Actually, I've discovered just doing this calms it down. Just touching here, actually. If you're touching here, it takes the hiccup deep inside, slows it down, takes the burps away. It's the strangest thing. And without touching it, it starts to pick up and gets loud and aggressive. And just crazy. But you can't go around walking around like this. Plus, it actually hurts a lot more this way too. When you can't let it out, it actually hurts more because there's so much pressure. In a hiccup, there's just pressure, and then it is a lot of pressure. Even when it comes out loud, it's just pressure everywhere. It's just it's the worst pain, and I take pain medications for it. So it's just a vicious cycle just to find comfort, any comfort. So I can try to find some joy in this process. So I get the electric board. So I can just stand there and push a button. If it gets too aggressive, we stop. We sit a lot. We hardly ride the boards actually, because I'm always hiccupping, and so we just stop. So we have we skate a little distance and hang out in an area for a while. Skate a little distance, hang out in an area for a while. Physical therapy is just a few blocks away, so we can skate there too. It's a great inner trance. It keeps me from driving. Not that I'm bad at driving. Just prefer not to take. Just be less risky. Caregivers are everything. Without my caregiver, I wouldn't be here. So, I applaud the caregivers. I used to be one, and it was hard. So I sympathize a lot with the caregivers that have to deal with this, that nobody ever really thinks about or talks about it. They're completely ignored when you walk in. There's a couple to the doctors, and the doctor just acknowledges you as the patient, knowing who your partner is. In some cases, the doctor that works with us in surgery, still they make a point to ignore him, and that's common with caregivers' experience. It just always feels like they're not noticed, and they do a lot. They do a lot of work. They do a lot. He does. everything, just to give me as much rest as possible. Very fortunate. But it's a lot to put on somebody. There's this. He goes deep in, and the pressure's just all. But it said, takes it off of this for a while. I mean, you can only do it so much. It just starts to. So the most torturing, painful experience you can imagine. So I do it with a smile.